Ready or not, summer is coming, and Wayfair's Memorial Day clearance is on now. Right now through May 25th, get up to 70% off everything home at Wayfair. Plus, score amazing doorbuster deals all sale long and surprise flash deals on Memorial Day. We're talking thousands of products at every style and budget. Now is the time to save big on must-haves for your patio, backyard, and beyond. These savings won't last, so don't wait. Shop Wayfair's Memorial Day clearance now through May 25th.
Wayfair, every style, every home.
When equipment breaks down and operations come to a halt, every single second counts. So why is your maintenance team spending 60% of their time doing anything but turning wrenches? MaintainX is the AI-powered maintenance and asset management system that helps your team get back to actually fixing breakdowns. No more searching for manuals. No more hunting down parts. No more drowning in paperwork. With MaintainX, your team can access manuals from anywhere, create new procedures in minutes, and turn voice notes into clear and complete work order feedback. What used to take hours now only takes minutes. Keep your operations moving and your wrenches turning. Join over 13,000 maintenance teams that are already fixing more and filing less. Try MaintainX for free today. Go to maintainx.com/AI. That's maintain and the letter x.com/AI.
It's time to break down the biggest stories of the day. This is the top 3 stories of the day on KSLSports.com. 97.5, the KSL Sports Zone.
Jacob Man, 97.5, the KSL Sports Zone. You just going to let your kids run wild in the neighborhood for the summer?
A little bit of that, yeah, for sure.
We're purposely building in free weeks for the 9-year-old, so she can do a little bit of that, run around, and I'm a little fearful that we'll just evolve into watching television.
Yeah, you got to be careful with that.
Or keep an eye on that, right?
And my kids certainly can fall victim to it. I'm going to have to be pretty planned about it.
But that's a good thing, right? I mean, because let me just put it this way, and nobody cares about this, but if you wanted to, my 9-year-old summer could be super structured. Like camps and all this stuff that's available to kids these days is pretty crazy.
Yeah.
I think you got to have some of that built in. Got to find something to do. Go out there. And,
boredom's a good thing.
Go out and do something.
Figure out how to stop being bored.
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
I think there's a little value there, no?
Yeah, absolutely.
All right. Time for the top 3 stories of the day at KSLSports.com. Brought to you by our friends at J. Brooks Jewelers. Cherish your love with J. Brooks Jewelers. Explore their expertly crafted engagement rings made from the finest materials. J. Brooks Jewelers. All right, Christian, where do you want to start today?
Number 1, Cavs-Knicks, Game 2 in New York tonight.
I'm really curious to see how Cleveland responds. The truth is, and I've hammered on Cleveland a little bit throughout this playoffs, you don't get to this point without being a good team. You have to be a good team. And I know the East is a mess, but you have to have some resilience. You faced adversity. They were down 2-0 in the series against the Pistons, and they found a way to come back, and they lost some bad games to Toronto, and they found a way to win that series in 7. So I do expect them to put up a good fight. I don't think they're going to quit because they had a disastrous close to Game 1, but will there be splintering? And if they do have a slow start, because the Knicks, as we've seen a couple of times in this playoffs, can jump on you and can absolutely blow you out and have these impressive stretches where you can't score and they can score in bunches. They did it in the closeout game against Atlanta. They did it over the last 7 minutes of the game on Tuesday. What does tonight look like, and how does Cleveland keep it together?
Now, I am absolutely rooting for the Cavs, but I have zero faith in their coach.
Okay, Kenny.
I've got no faith in Kenny. I thought that Dagnall would make adjustments. I thought that I was pretty confident. And listen, whether he obviously took Ben's and my advice or not, which he obviously did.
Yeah, well, Dagnall did. Dagnall.
I honestly, that's another one where I've heard both.
Yeah.
But anyway, he made adjustments. Pretty confident. Pretty good coach. I thought Kenny was a good coach until recently. But he's still, maybe we play this out a little later on in the show, Ben. He's like tripling down on Jimmy Harden as being a good isolation defender. I don't know what to tell you. That's been proven false for a while now.
He never has been. He never will be. And he's right. He has good hands. James Harden has always kind of made up for his deficiencies by getting steals, which is fine enough over an 82-game season. But when you get into the 16-game season, when you get into the playoffs, just being able to get a couple of deflections doesn't make up for, oh, well, I let this dude torch me every time except for the twice when I get a steal over an entire game. That math doesn't math anymore. And that's a problem for James Harden.
James Harden himself basically admitted that he was overwhelmed. He's like, I needed more help.
This is a lot for me.
Even James Harden said that. What is it?
This might be too much for me.
What is it with these crazy egomaniacal coaches that they cannot admit when they were wrong? What is it? I just don't understand why you come out at practice. And again, we'll have to play this later, but to be like, no, he's a great isolation defender. Kenny, his specific lack of ability to do just that cost you a playoff game.
That you had won.
You had won.
You had won it.
2 nights ago.
Uh-huh.
And how dare you be like, no, I made the right choice.
I don't know.
I did the right thing.
I don't know if it's the fragility of the players where you have to protect them at all costs, and if you throw them under the bus or say, I made a mistake, and the player reads into it as being one thing when really you meant the other, that you're worried the whole thing's going to collapse. I don't know if it's specifically James Harden, but to your point, very rarely do we hear coaches be critical of their own mistakes, especially if it's their own mistake when a player is involved. It's one thing if they said, I meant to call a timeout and I didn't have, or I didn't realize we were in the penalty or whatever. Occasionally that will happen and a coach will own it. But yes, it's never, I played the wrong guy.
Or even, we should have gotten James a little help.
Absolutely. Right.
That's easy.
Right.
Again, James Harden himself said that. All you have to say is, man, in retrospect, wow, we should have gotten James a little help. I bet we could have gotten the ball out of his hands a little bit, and then who knows? That's not throwing anyone under the bus except for taking some accountability for yourself.
Right.
Which he should, because it was his fault. But the coach has to come out and say, nope.
He's going to call a timeout 15 seconds into this game just to show he knows how to use them.
Because apparently that's what this guy's all about. Way to go.
Yeah.
All right, what's next?
Number 2, Ben's guy, Steve Sarkisian. He's taking shots at Texas Tech.
Notoriously, I'm a huge Sark guy. He said today in an interview with On3, Brett McMurphy tweeted it out, but this was from Anwar Richardson. Says, there's a team in our state in another conference with a schedule that I would argue if I played with our 2s and 3s, we could go undefeated, and they'll probably make the college football playoff this year, and everyone seems to be thinking he's talking about the Texas Tech Red Raiders.
I'm not usually one to come to the Raiders' defense, but they were pretty good last year.
They were good.
And it could have gone better for them in the playoffs, sure, but they were pretty good last year. And the guy, what's his first name? Bailey on the defensive line.
David Bailey.
Yeah. Might have been the best player in college football.
Yeah.
I mean, he was amazing.
He was the second overall pick.
But really what he's doing is taking a shot at the entire league. And hey, I'm here for some spicy commentary, but can I tell you where my mind goes? I really liked some of these coaches' second acts. Like the whole go to Nick Saban to get put through the grind for a couple of years and then come out on the other side and have a second act, you know?
You're a notorious Lane Kiffin fan.
I am.
Yeah.
And even he is coming into this point where he's taking it too far too. Mm-hmm. These guys go back to the arrogance and they go back to the things that got him in trouble in the first place. I hope that's not happening with Sark, but what an arrogant statement. You know what I mean? And a big part of his problem was his arrogance. And if you talk to people who've been close to him and coaching staffs and things like that, and at particular times when it's not been going his way, his spin outs are largely because he was a pretty arrogant dude. And part of the I guess pathway where you go and you're a coordinator for Nick Saban for a couple of years is he takes you down a peg. Yep. And Kiffin has talked a lot about that.
Yeah.
But, you get rid of some of that arrogance and you get your feet back on the ground. And in Sark's case, you deal with some other stuff, which I hope he continues to do. Of course, that's a lifelong battle, as people will tell you. But I hope I hope the arrogance isn't coming back. Do you know what I mean? Like, he doesn't have to say that. You don't have to drag a whole other league. You don't need to do any of that.
I don't take offense to this. I don't think you're taking offense to it either. But the problem with Sark is he has this legacy. Sark has been a jerk too many times in public. Whether it's the let's get ready to freaking fight on, get ready to freaking fight on, somebody said, but whether it's berating the television intern who just says, hey, guys, we're not having you run out of the tunnel yet. The TVs aren't on. We're not back from commercial. And he's laying into this 18-year-old person in their face. Or it's this. Yeah, he's just lost the benefit of the doubt from me. Now, with that said, here's Texas Tech's schedule this year. Abilene Christian, Oregon State, Houston. I'm not saying at or at home.
Houston's a tough game.
Sam Houston. At Colorado, Arizona State, at Cincinnati, Arizona, West Virginia, at Oklahoma State, at Baylor, TCU. They don't play Utah or BYU. Yeah, it's a cake schedule. And they probably are going to the college football playoff.
And the Big 12 isn't a powerhouse conference.
Correct.
It's not. I would argue that the Big 12 has more good teams than your kind of average conference. But yeah, no, it's not necessarily punching above its weight as a league. They certainly didn't in the playoffs. Now, I happen to think they've deserved more bites at the apple in the playoffs, but I mean, that's, I suppose, a different complaint. I just wonder why Sark feels he must be losing recruits to him, right?
Yeah, he must have lost somebody financially that he felt like wasn't fair.
He's bent Cody Campbell stepping up with that dough, and they're not automatically going to Texas.
And there's a world.
Well, boo-hoo.
Yeah, don't take the Texas job. You could have taken any job you wanted. You took the Texas job.
Somebody with all the resources and the advantages complaining, please.
Yeah, if I run a marathon and then get mad at mile 15 that it's hard, well, why did I run the marathon?
Yeah, anyway.
Go away.
Yeah, that's
Go
annoying.
do something different. They do have a much tougher schedule at Texas. It is the SEC. They do play Ohio State in week 2 in a non-conference game, which I love. Tennessee, Oklahoma, Florida, Ole Miss, Mississippi State, Missouri, LSU, Arkansas, Texas A&M.
All right. Well, all those teams won't be good, I assure you.
And you're Texas. You get a huge boost if you're even remotely good.
And he does get his pick of every player that comes out of the state of Texas.
Correct.
So, yeah, boo-hoo.
Yeah.
Kick off Memorial Day savings with up to an extra $1,000 off select top brand appliances like Frigidaire. Plus, get free delivery at the Home Depot. Stack your appliance lineup with a fridge with an extra large ice capacity and an oven with over 15 cooking modes. Then let the real MVP handle cleanup with a dishwasher's 50-minute wash cycle. Shop appliances at the Home Depot. Offer valid May 14th through June 3rd. U.S. only. Free delivery on appliance purchases of $998 or more. See store or online for details.
When equipment breaks down and operations come to a halt, every single second counts. So why is your maintenance team spending 60% of their time doing anything but turning wrenches? MaintainX is the AI-powered maintenance and asset management system that helps your team get back to actually fixing breakdowns. No more searching for manuals. No more hunting down parts. No more drowning in paperwork. With MaintainX, your team can access manuals from anywhere, create new procedures in minutes, and turn voice notes into clear and complete work order feedback. What used to take hours now only takes minutes. Keep your operations moving and your wrenches turning. Join over 13,000 maintenance teams that are already fixing more and filing less. Try MaintainX for free today. Go to maintainx.com/AI. That's maintain and the letter x.com/AI.
All right, what's next?
Number 3, as usual, LeBron James has thrown his teammates under the bus.
Do you want to talk about this now, or we can save it till the next? We can save number 3 because we're up against it a little bit.
I have not heard any of this.
It comes from your guy Dave McMiniman,
Okay.
who writes for the Mouse.
Uh-huh.
He's got a quote from LeBron, and the end of this quote is really what's making the news. But he says, "I have the passion and the admiration to hoist the Larry O'Brien Trophy up every single year. But I also have the realization of what particular team I've been part of in that particular year." Yeah, I don't understand either. And understanding this year, we fought and we played to the maximum ability of our team. But ultimately, if we're being completely honest, we were out-talented. Says at the end of the day, we failed in talent. OKC just possessed so much more talent than us. You can tip your cap to them, obviously, in understanding that. But you can't get caught up in that, especially when you know you were undermanned.
He's not wrong. His team is less talented than the Thunder. However, GM LeBron, ultra expensive LeBron, is a major reason why the Lakers are less talented than which major city team is he talking about? The Oklahoma City Thunder. Not notoriously the free agent destination that it could be.
So I hate that argument so much when somebody says something and then they go, well, he's right. Britton tells a great story. He was playing for Orlando, Britton Johnson. He's playing for Orlando, and then the year comes to an end, and T-Mac goes on some TV or radio or something, and he starts to complain about how crappy his team was. Like, they ask him basically, like, oh, why aren't you guys still playing? And he's like, oh, have you seen these idiots that I have to play with? And Britton will tell you, those comments were not received well.
Oh, I'm sure these are not received well at the
They are
Lakers.
not received well in the slightest. There's no way that AR reads those comments and doesn't come away with, he has some nerve.
Well, and again,
why would you say that?
Again, LeBron truly gets a say in every move that gets made with LA, with the exception of one big one, and that was the Luka trade. And Luka is the best player on the Lakers. So along those lines, the reason they are where they are is because LeBron said, we've got to go get Anthony Davis, or we've got to trade Kentavious Caldwell-Pope for Russell Westbrook.
They got to sign Hot Dog instead of
Alex Caruso.
Yes, Alex Caruso.
He's him.
He's him.
Hot dog!
All of these things, LeBron has at least a hand in, if not overreaching control of.
Who's Hot Dog's agent again?
Clutch.
Yeah,
well, it
sure,
was before he went to Turkey.
Oh, yeah, then they cut him.
Adele might have said, I don't travel there.
They got him.
My money's no good there.
No. So, yeah, I agree with you. No, I do think it's his fault. But why can't you just say, hey, again, it's how he says things that is just so offensive, in my opinion. All he has to say is, you're seeing it now, too. Oklahoma City's really good. What a great team.
Yeah. If my wife goes to somebody else's house and says, man, I love the paint job there. That's a better paint job than we have in our house. And I painted it. And I just said, well, yeah, our house just isn't painted as well. What do you want me to do? It's like, well, I painted the house. It's my fault. That is my fault.
If Jake says, look, I just can't eat the 12-egg omelet.
Right.
Yeah. Which I can't.
Which you can't.
Which is certainly not with the hash browns either. I mean, this guy was.
Yeah. Own it down.
This guy was really motivated.
What do you put on your eggs? Hash browns?
He really thought like some. I like ketchup, but I'm not ketchup breakfast guy. So I give me some salt, and I hope they're greasy.
Christian?
Yeah, mainly just plain. I hope they're crispy. You know, I don't like them when they're soggy. They got to be a little crispy.
And
salt and pepper.
if the egg yolk gets in there, I don't hate it.
Or if there's gravy from perhaps biscuits and gravy on there.
You gravy guys. You just love gravy on everything.
So good. Of course. I mean, that Southern gravy, too, is pretty good.
You know what's better than hash browns? If you do fries instead and then brown gravy and cheese curds on top.
I should have suggested.
And go to Canada and eat the whole thing?
In Toronto.
Do people eat poutine for breakfast?
Any time of the day.
No.
Dude,
that's only if you're intoxicated.
If I really.
Like the Canadians. Always intoxicated.
If I've
learned anything from the NHL.
If I knew that dude was sweet on my wife at the time, I would have suggested we go running or something after.
Yeah,
you know, like,
there you go.
Let's go jog
By the
around.
way, so I'm looking at my calendar, looking at the schedule for today. We're doing a 5K.
We're doing a run. Let's get after it.
We'll see you there.
My wife would be, I've never seen you run before. Well, we're running today.
Feeling good today.
It's going to get real.
Oh, you didn't know? I love to run on vacation.
Love it. It's what I do. More next. Jacob Ben, 97.5, the KSL Sports Zone.
Summer is all about freedom, fun, and growing up. And between the ages of 9 and 13, kids are starting to form their views about alcohol. With more independence, their still developing brains need more guidance and support than ever. That's why summer is the perfect time to stay connected and plan fun, safe family activities together. Research shows kids who spend quality time with their parents doing what they enjoy are less likely to drink underage. And when kids feel close to you, they're more likely to listen, especially when you set clear expectations. In fact, kids who drink before 15 are far more likely to struggle with alcohol later. This summer, create a no-bummer summer with fun, alcohol-free activities for your kids. Go to summer.parentsempowered.org to take a quick quiz and discover ideas tailored to your family. A little time together can make a big difference. For more information and to learn more about how to prevent underage drinking, visit parentsempowered.org.
When equipment breaks down and operations come to a halt, every single second counts. So why is your maintenance team spending 60% of their time doing anything but turning wrenches? MaintainX is the AI-powered maintenance and asset management system that helps your team get back to actually fixing breakdowns. No more searching for manuals. No more hunting down parts. No more drowning in paperwork. With MaintainX, your team can access manuals from anywhere, create new procedures in minutes, and turn voice notes into clear and complete work order feedback. What used to take hours now only takes minutes. Keep your operations moving and your wrenches turning. Join over 13,000 maintenance teams that are already fixing more and filing less. Try MaintainX for free today. Go to maintainx.com/AI. That's maintain and the letter x.com/AI.